What's up, guys? This is Dim, and we are going to be playing a game of Heroes of the Storm with Tassadar, one of the only very hard heroes in the game. Alright, so this is actually my second game with Tassadar. As I said, he is flagged as one of the heroes that are very hard according to Heroes of the Storm difficulty rating. The thing with him is that you can actually play him as both a major primary support dealer, or if you spec him properly, can actually be a formidable nuker with his shields. Now, his main ability, regardless of what you're trying to do, quite honestly, is his shields, which, as you go throughout the game, you can actually spec so that 50% of the shield that is not used is actually retained on the character, which is enormous in this game. Heals and shields are king. And with this, I admit I did play this very, very, very defensively. There were some opportunities where I could have whipped out my the damage, and I really didn't. I kind of scaled back and played more of the support role. But with the time warp and damage abilities that I do have, I could have pumped out a little bit more damage and helped out quite a bit more. But it did keep the heroes alive as a pretty good amount of time. As you see here, Muradin and I are working on Diablo, and here I'm just getting the tribute. Now, on this board, if you're not familiar, if you gather 3 of these tributes, you actually curse the enemy's side, which makes the minions have 1 health, which means they pretty much instantly die, and none of the buildings can attack back, so it is kind of huge here. So Diablo got to jump on me here. Now, another key ability that I do have here is I can go completely invulnerable for 2 seconds, which gave me enough time to get away and hearth back and heal up. So again, we're back working on Muradin with Muradin, and we have the minions going. And again, it's I'm playing a really support heavy role here with shielding and only attacking when I get the opportunity to. I'm gonna do another video that shows his more nuking abilities and his more forward aggressive play style, because it's really fun that way as well. But you do have to be careful, because if you don't have an escape route, you're in a lot of trouble. He does go down quickly. The only defense you really have is the full invulnerability, but 2 seconds is not really a long time, as you can see. But again, I have Diablo on me here. There's Arthas involved. And Muradin and I are keeping them pretty much at bay with very little drama here, which is incredible. And was just sitting in my damage pool there, which was nice. But now, the other thing you can do, if they are putting some pressure on your towers, is that you can shield the towers. In fact, you actually get a talent spec to go the opposite route, where you can actually do damage to where excuse me, where you can actually spec to increase your damage against structures. So structure support is actually a really key role with this class. Now, again, here we see it's pretty much the same group of guys. Now I've moved up to the top here, and there's Diablo taking a little dirt nap here. And we got Raynor down there. Again, the one thing with Heroes of the Storm is that when the board objective lights up, they really want to encourage combat there. So as you see, we fought over the tribute, and Raynor is was just spinning all over the place. So we did get the tribute here. Now, this is the curse that I was talking about. So all of the minions that come through will have 1 health. So they are insta kills here. So I'm just plucking them off with auto attack, saving my mana. And Arthas is completely overcommitted here, and he's going to pay for that. Now, while you're under the effect of this curse for the full minute, you really want to get as much damage to these towers as possible, because, as you can see here, boom, I just put my my damage pool down, cleared out all the minions, and now we're going to be able to take out these base objectives with relative ease, which is really good, and it really advances your case here. So you see Raynor trying to pick off a little bit, but the damage really isn't that substantial. And again, I can throw out my shield as needed, but we're just kind of mulling through and storming through. Now, they are pulling out their specialists to try to bomb the lane. It really wasn't that effective. It really didn't do much damage there. Now, the curse ended, and they did wind up pushing back. The reses came through, so we're about where we were just left off. And Arthas here, he really has an issue with overcommitting. So now we have Diablo and Raynor that are going against our base. And again, I'm sticking to a pretty defensive stance here. I'm getting hit with Diablo's stun. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out of that. But Muradin actually just took too much damage. He was way too far out there to have 3 heroes. And granted, I've been shielding him a lot, and I guess he was relying on that a bit. But again, there's not much I can do when you're 3 heroes out and we have a little bit of a distance in between us. So now we're going to go ahead and get some a new ability. And with my special ability, I actually have it actually attacks harder and gives me shields as we attack. So I don't have to, so I can spend my shields elsewhere. And again, 50% of the shields remaining after the cooldown goes off on my regular ability stays retained. So when you're walking around, now I cut through a lot of this video, but when you walk around and you're with the hero and you're not mounted, keep them shielded so they can keep the shield kind of in queue. And pretty much we got the curse through, and now we're really making a push on to their final base. And once they really haven't done much damage to us in that regard. So this is becoming kind of a let's roll through and take care of things. We also have a mercenary that, as you can see, is doing some damage, pretty good damage on their palace. And this is pretty much the end for them. They really don't have much of an answer. They have 2 characters on res, 3 now. Diablo's trying whatever he can. He's sitting in my bubble. He's dead. He's got the final stun off. But yeah, he's ranked as very hard, but if you play him smart, I actually find him a little bit easier than some of the melee classes. Now, again, this is my second game, so there's definitely a lot to be learned. There's definitely more damage I could have been outputting, and you'll definitely be seeing more of me in the line of damage role with this character, because it's just a lot of fun, and he's probably one of my favorites. And I'll be picking up the StarCraft bundle soon just because of this. But this got us the win. And like I said, this was, I believe, my second game, so I did earn the hero quest, which you unlock or the daily. But this is Dim, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.